Happy February. I am so excited to start delivering solo episodes for everyone. I'm going to do a wrap up of the month prior each month on both of my podcast series. My name is Vincent A. Lanci, and I would like to start by saying congratulations. You made it through the month of January. We have all been through a lot over these last few years, and I want to start by encouraging you to do whatever is necessary to take care of your mental health. As I record this, I am getting out of the gym. Every morning, I hold myself accountable for some form of exercise. That's my mental health boost. Remember, what works for some does not work for everyone. There are many ways to improve your mental health. But for me, if I don't get in the gym in the morning or take a walk, I just do not feel ready to accomplish and succeed. I challenge you to give exercise a try. And remember, it does not only mean powerlifting. You could take a walk, get some vitamin D outside. That would be a double boost for your mental health. Let me know what works best for you. I'd love to hear from you. In this episode, I'm going to talk about a few things. One is going to be not overloading yourself, taking care of the priorities you have in front of you before taking on new challenges. Of course, I'm going to jump into my project with Gina Bernardini. I talked all about my latest mental health project on her episode on the Gasparilla Overload. We'll touch a little more on Gasparilla. I'll let you know a little bit about what happened here in Tampa. And of course, we're going to talk about social media. Let's start out with not overloading yourself. I am big into this. In the past, I always overloaded myself. I always put so much on my plate where I'd stress myself out, get myself very worked up and tired, where I really should have slowed down, finished the assignments I have in front of me before starting new ventures. I really tried to hold myself accountable on that as we start the new year. I have even had some podcast requests that I've declined just for the time being as a guest. I personally believe in being honest rather than just accepting projects and leaving them out to dry. I'll explain a little more. In 2020, I had a lot of my time wasted. A few started projects, many started conversations and interest in working together. Once people started getting busy again, I was ghosted. I was just getting ghosted left and right, just waiting on others' deliverables, waiting on others' email responses to get the ball rolling in some cases. It just did not feel good to be put on hold like that when simply, hey, I got too busy. I can't follow through with this right now. Would have meant so much more to me because we both could have went in our different directions and got back together later. Of course, I understand people get busy, but to leave others hanging, I don't feel that's the right thing to do. Of course, not everyone will be understanding if you decline an opportunity, but I believe in being honest rather than wasting someone's time. I had too much time wasted in 2020, and now if I can't do it, I just say not now, or I'm sorry, I can't do it. I don't want to waste your time. Remember, time is our most valuable asset. If the collaboration between you and the other party is meant to be, it will work itself out in the right time. Let's talk about this project with Gina Bernardini. For everyone who's been following my journey, I have Mr. Lanci Talks Mental Health for older students and faculty, adults. We recently came out with Mental Health Week, the go-to book for elementary school students, but I am still missing that age between newborns and that elementary school reading level for Mental Health Week. I really wanted to find a UT grad for this project because I'm so proud to be a Spartan. I love shedding light on UT entrepreneurs, especially. After reaching out to UT, I got a few portfolios from different artists, and I found Gina Bernardini's. She's an incredibly talented artist from Chicago, became interested in art through the street art she saw at a very young age. And now we are completing this project for this last age group. I'm going to announce a little more as we get closer to it, but we are targeting April 1st. Be sure to check out her episode on the Gasparilla Overload that just aired. If you're unfamiliar with that, that is good news because there's a lot of value there. On my podcast, That Entrepreneur Show, I interview a different Florida-based entrepreneur every day for at least a week to shed light on their businesses and celebrate our Gasparilla holiday. This year, it was a cold Gasparilla. It was about 50 degrees, and for us Floridians, that is very, very chilly. The parade takes place on Bayshore Boulevard. right on the water, so you definitely feel the cold weather. But it was a great time. You got to see some friends, family in town, and celebrate with our fellow Tampa residents. I hope everyone had a great time who did celebrate. Another big piece I'd like to touch on is social media, and this goes back to not overloading yourself. I understand we live in a digital age and how important it is to create content. But right now, I do have a lot on my plate, and not too much on my plate, I should say, but just things I'm really focused on doing them correctly and efficiently. Social media, I believe in my career, it is important to have a presence, but I don't think I will not get hired for an opportunity because I don't post every day. As a business, I carry business insurance, which gives me the ability to provide college credits. And I was super excited about this because when I was in college, we needed these credits to graduate and, more importantly, learn firsthand. I had 3 different interns come on over the past year and a half, where unfortunately I learned that if you're not paying someone, chances are there are going to be accountability issues. And that is what I ran into each time. I invested a lot of time up front to try to prepare them for success. That way I would have more time for my other work and not have to worry about social media. But after realizing that posts were not getting done on time or even at all, I was then backlogged in time. I had to then create some content after putting the time aside to teach someone else how to do it and open up some more hours for me. It is not an excuse. It is now me having to take accountability to create some content. I have more been focusing on my YouTube channel. If you had not had a chance to check that out, please do. I will have the link in this episode description. We have writing with authors on there, Vince Story Share, and I've been putting some video clips from podcast engagements and my own speaking engagements on there. My 2 podcast series, A Mental Health Break and That Entrepreneur Show, they are strictly audio, but I have become aware that people do like to watch the podcast. So I'm doing my best to start getting some video content up there for everyone to enjoy. I would love to hear about your YouTube channel as well. I'm realizing how hard it is to grow this channel compared to other social media avenues. I'm very interested in seeing what everyone has going on because it's inspiring seeing people put themselves out there in front of the camera to make a difference and raise awareness for what they are trying to accomplish. Send me a message on social media with your YouTube channel. I'd love to see what you have going on. Maybe we can do a collaboration together after the first quarter when I resume outside work again. And before we sign off, I am excited to share that Entrepreneur Show and A Mental Health Break will be moving to evening episode releases. Over the first 2 years, we have been in the morning, but I'm finding new ways to shake up the show and keep it fresh. I'm excited to try this out, and we will at least try this out for the first half of 2022. Stay tuned for evening releases, and thank you so much for tuning in to my first solo release episode. I believe I owe it to everyone who supports me to let you know exactly what is going on in my world. Congratulations for making it through January, and challenge yourself to have both a productive and enjoyable February.